See, the misnomer there is it's not a money glitch. It is a digital transformation of the capital markets.
MicroStrategy just unlocked a $3.9 billion infinite money glitch. Michael Saylor's company, MicroStrategy, has engineered a strategy so powerful it's turned $3.9 billion in debt into a $15 billion Bitcoin fortune.
Welcome back, everyone. If you've ever wondered how the ultra-wealthy or major corporations make their money work for them, today's video is going to blow your mind. We're diving into a real-life financial strategy that's earned MicroStrategy billions, yes, billions, with what's being called the infinite money glitch. Michael Saylor and his team have figured out how to leverage billions of dollars in debt to build a $15 billion Bitcoin fortune. The best part? You don't have to be a billionaire or run a corporation to apply this strategy in your own life. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to unlock this powerful method for your own investments. Let's dive in and uncover the secrets of MicroStrategy's $3.9 billion money glitch and how you can start using it today.
See, the misnomer there is it's not a money glitch. It is a digital transformation of the capital markets. When you have a system that moves from a higher energy state, a more disordered state, to a lower energy state, lots of energy gets given off. Think of steam becoming water. Is it a money glitch? It's just steam becoming water and it condenses. What happens when water becomes ice? It's not a heat glitch, but heat. What happens when you add heat? The ice becomes water, the water becomes steam.
MicroStrategy's financial moves are making waves in the business world, and for good reason. Since 2020, the company has borrowed nearly $4 billion to invest in Bitcoin, and this strategic play has paid off handsomely. So far, their Bitcoin holdings are worth over $15 billion. But how does a company take on such massive amounts of debt and turn it into billions in profit? And more importantly, how can you, an individual investor, learn from this strategy and use it to your advantage? At the core of MicroStrategy's strategy is one simple concept: leverage. The company has been able to borrow billions of dollars at ultra-low interest rates by tapping into a financial instrument known as convertible debt. Convertible debt allows companies to borrow money with the option for lenders to convert their debt into equity, stock, at a later date, which makes it attractive to investors and enables MicroStrategy to secure these loans at interest rates as low as 0.8% to 1.76%. For example, imagine borrowing money at less than 2% interest while investing that money into an asset like Bitcoin, which has historically delivered annual returns of over 55%. That's the essence of this financial infinite money glitch. MicroStrategy borrows cheap money, buys Bitcoin, and lets the value of that Bitcoin appreciate over time. With Bitcoin's explosive growth over the past few years, MicroStrategy's strategy has turned a relatively modest investment into an enormous fortune. But this isn't just about borrowing and buying, it's about strategic timing and understanding market cycles. Michael Saylor and his team recognize the potential of Bitcoin as an asset class and time their investments in a way that maximize their returns.
So if you look at the capital markets, you've got $900 trillion of wealth in the capital market, and you've got this wealth, you've got people invested in all these heterogeneous assets. Why do 98% of the companies in the S&P 500 not perform, right? How come 1% of all the returns come from like 7 companies, right? What I talked about with, if you study the convertible bond market, someone issues a convertible bond, it takes them 5 years for the investors to figure out whether it worked. And then when they come up with a new convertible bond, it's a different credit proposition. It's very inefficient, right? If you think about preferred stocks, very inefficient. Junk bonds, very inefficient. Private credit, very inefficient. Fixed income, people get very low yields. What if I'm getting this yield and I'm taking all this credit risk and counterparty risk?
Since 2020, Bitcoin's price has skyrocketed from around $9,000 to recent highs of $60,000 and beyond. MicroStrategy's stock has followed suit, leveraging Bitcoin's gains to provide shareholders with returns that outpaced even some of the biggest tech giants like Tesla, Apple, and Amazon. You might be thinking, this all sounds great for MicroStrategy, but how can I apply this to my own situation? While you might not have access to billion-dollar debt markets or ultra-low interest rates, the principles behind MicroStrategy's strategy are highly applicable to individual investors. One of the easiest ways to leverage this concept is by utilizing the existing debt you may already have. Do you have a mortgage, a student loan, or another form of low-interest debt? Instead of aggressively paying down those loans, you could consider using any extra cash to invest in assets like Bitcoin, real estate, or stocks that have the potential to grow at a higher rate than your debt's interest. For instance, if your mortgage interest rate is 3% and Bitcoin has historically returned 55%, you can see how holding on to that low-interest debt while investing could be a smart play. Another key to unlocking the glitch. If you own a home or other significant assets, you can take this a step further. Many people are now leveraging their home equity to borrow money at historically low interest rates. The key here is using the proceeds to invest in high-growth assets like Bitcoin or equities. Much like MicroStrategy, the goal is to borrow cheaply and invest in assets with a higher return. For example, if you can take out a home equity loan with an interest rate of 3.4% and use that capital to buy Bitcoin or other growth assets, you're employing the same strategy that MicroStrategy uses on a larger scale. The key, as always, is to ensure that the assets you're investing in will grow at a rate higher than your borrowing costs. While this infinite money glitch can work wonders, it's not without risks. Leverage is a double-edged sword. It can amplify gains, but it can also magnify losses. If Bitcoin's price were to drop significantly, anyone leveraging their assets to invest could find themselves in financial trouble. In the worst-case scenario, if the value of your assets falls below the value of your loan, you could face margin calls or be forced to sell assets at a loss. MicroStrategy mitigates this risk by using the revenue from its software business to cover its debt payments. Even if Bitcoin's price were to crash, the company can still service its debt through its traditional operations. For individual investors, the lesson here is to ensure that you have other sources of income or savings to cover any loan payments in case your investments don't perform as expected. Is it better to buy Bitcoin or MicroStrategy stock? If you're bullish on Bitcoin, you might be wondering whether it's better to simply buy Bitcoin directly or invest in MicroStrategy stock to benefit from their leverage strategy. Both approaches have their merits. Buying Bitcoin directly gives you a more straightforward exposure to its price movements, without the added risk of leverage. However, MicroStrategy stock has been significantly more volatile than Bitcoin, offering the potential for higher rewards as well as higher risks. Since the company uses leverage, their stock tends to move more dramatically with Bitcoin's price. It's not just MicroStrategy that's adopting this strategy. Over 50 publicly traded companies have started putting Bitcoin on their balance sheets as a way to hedge against inflation and currency devaluation. For example, Metaplanet, a real estate firm in Japan, followed a similar strategy and saw its stock price rise 5x after adopting a Bitcoin-centric approach. This broader trend suggests that Bitcoin is increasingly being seen not just as a speculative asset, but as a core component of corporate treasury management. And as more companies adopt Bitcoin, the price of the asset itself is likely to rise, creating a feedback loop where companies that hold Bitcoin benefit from its appreciation. Can you apply the infinite money glitch to your life? The simple answer is yes. You can apply the principles of MicroStrategy's strategy to your own investments. Whether through leveraging low-interest debt, borrowing against your assets, or strategically investing in high-growth opportunities like Bitcoin, there are ways to make this approach work for you. However, it's crucial to do so with caution. Leverage can be a powerful tool, but it requires careful risk management. As with any financial strategy, the key is understanding the risks and rewards and ensuring that you have a plan to manage potential downsides. By taking a page from MicroStrategy's playbook, you can begin to think like a billionaire investor and use smart financial engineering to grow your wealth, no matter where you're starting from. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the links in the description for more insights on Bitcoin, investing, and leveraging financial strategies like the pros. Stay tuned for more tips, and remember, the key to financial success is knowledge, strategy, and patience. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.